It is so cold today that my immediate reaction was winter reading vlog. Welcome back to Francesca's Books. My name is Francesca, these are my books, and here we talk about all things thriller books. And today, if you are after something cozy, something wintry, and probably festive, you're in the right place. There's no hesitation today, and as soon as you see my first read, you're gonna know exactly why. I cannot wait to tell you guys about this. So the first read of the winter reading vlog is gonna be It's Not Her by Mary Kubica, and I actually don't know when in the year this is set, okay? It might not be actually a winter read, but it's giving winter, surely. To me, these trees have snow on them, and that is all I need. So in Mary Kubica's next book that comes out in February 2026, so still going to be a great winter read for you guys when it does release, we are following our female main character who goes away with her brother and his family. I may or may not have started reading this already. I did open it and thought I'll read a few pages and just see if this is going to be like a good read. Does it sound promising? I think I got to page like 60 before I realised. So I can confirm we do have two families in this. Our female main character, whose point of view we're following, has a husband and a 9-10-year-old daughter, and then it's her brother, his wife, and their 3 kids. So it does seem like a lot of characters on the outset, but I haven't particularly been confused. I think it's quite easy to get your head around. And the main crux of the story is that the brother and his wife are, and then their teenage son slept through the whole incident. Their teenage daughter is missing, and luckily their youngest daughter was having a sleepover with our female main character. So there's a lot of dynamics at play so far. I feel like I'm at the part where I understand the characters, I understand the concept, and now it's gonna get good. I will say though, I was quite impressed with these characters. They were so sensible. They actually just rang the police straight away. They found the bodies and were like, do you know what, I think we should call 911. As you should. So without further ado, I'll keep you updated. Okay, remember when I said they were being super sensible? Didn't last very long. So the niece of our main character is still missing, and we're also getting her point of view as well, which I think definitely adds another layer to the story, and it's finally gotten going a bit. I don't know whether it's just me or whether they start slightly slower than other Mary Kubica books. I don't want to jump the gun and say something that's not true, so it depends what happens in the next few pages. And also, you do just think you would react differently if it was your family. Like, can I imagine if it was my niece? No, like I would be unsensible too. And then all the festive vibes, look what I just picked up. Gingerbread and white chocolate cookies from M&S. I've seen these everywhere. I just thought I have to do a little taste test. But before that, I am going to head to Starbucks and read some more of It's Not Her and just get in the really cozy vibes. It is so cold again today. And I've also heard that Starbucks have released some of their Christmas menu a few days ahead of time. I don't know, gonna find out. So apparently we've got toffee nut latte, gingerbread latte, or chocolatey mousse latte. Interesting. What do you guys think? Stranger Things hoodie, but subtle. I'm kind of obsessed. Season 5's coming out so very soon, so of course we're celebrating. So I'm 230 pages into It's Not Her, and I am really enjoying this. I think I haven't been reading it as fast as some other books, but purely as a me thing, not as a book thing. I don't want to take away from that because it is so easy to read. The chapters are super short, and I'm also obsessed with the really eerie settings in this. So we're at this lakeside cabin, as you guys know, but some of the scenes are very gritty and they just feel dark even if they're not set at night, and then the scenes that are set at night are extra creepy. I am very much enjoying the whole overall vibe. I'm also so glad this is set over 2 timelines, because I think if we just had our main present day timeline of Courtney, the auntie, trying to find out everything that's happened, it would still be a good story, but without the flashbacks from Reese, our niece in the story, I don't think it would be as interesting, because you're getting a lot more commentary on the characters that have been unalived. So you can kind of get a better judgment on who may have done this or may not. But honestly, I don't even have any theories with 80 pages to go, because literally any one of these characters could have done it. There are no red herrings whatsoever. She has done what she does best. You guys are going to be obsessed with this book, okay? A lot of people are already saying that this was super fast paced, and while I don't disagree, I don't think it's her fastest paced thriller book. However, I still had a fantastic time with it, especially the last 100 pages. You guys saw me read these last night and I was so shook I couldn't even tell you my thoughts straight away. What I loved as well is that I tried to have a couple of theories, like I really did, but the only ones I could think of were just far too obvious for a Mary Kubica book because she wouldn't do that to us. So the fact I genuinely did not see this ending coming, I feel like after reading so many thriller books, is a nod to just how fantastic this book was. Like, that is good writing. And the epilogue literally sent me over the edge. Like, I was gone, I was done, I was like, okay. So overall, I really loved both points of view in this. I feel like without them, this wouldn't have read as well as it did, getting more information on the past timeline version of the story and the dynamics of those characters. Otherwise, it would have been like, why are all these children so bratty? And I'm gonna land on a 4.5. I don't think it quite reached that 5-star level, but it's gonna be a highly, highly recommended from me. So that is the first book of my winter reading vlog down. I'm gonna pop out and do a bit of a festive shopping now to get us even more in the mood. I hope you guys like my Christmas coffee mug today. So let's go see what we can find. My snowman and me. Santa, tell me if you're really there. So it'll be no surprise that I'm heading to The Works. The next portion of this video is very kindly sponsored by them, where I'm gonna pick up pretty much everything I need for Christmas in one go. And of course, some Christmas books. That was one of the most successful hauls of my life. And can we talk about this bag? It's got book Christmas trees on it. How cute. This has actual Christmas titles. Oh, I'm obsessed. Anyway, the haul. Let's start with the most important, the books. As your go-to thriller girly, of course, I'm all about the thrillers. However, I don't know what it is about Christmas. I do occasionally want to read a little Christmas romance. I don't know whether it's because it's cold and I'm just at home and I just need to feel something. So I bought Happily Ever After by Hannah Grace. I've read Icebreaker by this author and it was good. I didn't read the rest of the books in this series, so when I saw this was an actual Christmas one, I was like, yeah, immediately. And then also, some of Noelle W. Illy's books are now in the works, which is absolutely amazing. They also had Ask for Andrea, but I'd already read that one. So I've got None Left to Tell, and I love this author. Until recently, her books were only available in the US, so guys, you need to run for these. And then I also got That's Not My Robin. These are the cutest toddler books ever. This is for one of my best friends at Kids, and he has all the other like non-seasonal ones, so I'm really hoping that my friend hasn't bought him this one yet. But they are so cute. I like to read them to him. They have like the feely interactive bits for the kids. And then I also got this pack of Christmas cards. I saw this and thought, oh, they're pretty. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Bookish Christmas cards. And they were only £1.50 for 10, so that's like 15p a card. So best believe everyone's going to be getting one of these. And then this is so silly because these are for my grown-up brother and his girlfriend, but I got these Shrek minifigures. I really hope they don't watch this video before Christmas. If you guys are watching, just pretend you didn't see this, but these will just be a little bit of fun as a stocking filler. And then to round off the haul, I saw they had gift bags for £1.50 each, so I got a little selection, so all my Christmas wrapping and gift giving will be coordinated. So if you need to stock up on bits this Christmas, or just get into the Christmassy spirit, because it was definitely a vibe, head down to the Works to stock up on everything you might need. I think I might read this one very soon, you know. I'm in a little romance mood. So the next book I'm going to pick up is The Overnight Guest by Heather Goodenkoff. This has been so highly recommended to me. This has been on my radar for like the last 3 years worth of winter thriller book reading, and I'm definitely going to read it now because everybody loves this book and I still somehow haven't read it. The vibes are very snowed in, locked room, hopefully all the winter and Christmassy vibes after my Christmas haul. I'm very much in the spirit now. So we're following a true crime writer who goes to this isolated farmhouse to write her next book, which would be perfect. She's like, oh, great setup, until she finds out that 2 people were unalived there 10 years ago and a little girl went missing. So as she's coming to terms with this, and of course it's snowed in because aren't they all in these snowy thriller books, she finds a little girl turn up on her doorstep. I've never read anything by this author before, so I'm kind of excited to taste test this author as well as this book. Also, this one is on Kindle Unlimited, that's why I'm reading it on my Kindle and not physically. So if you guys already have KU, I hope I like this so I can recommend it to you. guys, there is so much more depth to this book than I thought there was going to be. So we do have our main plot line of our writer who's gone to a remote location. It's all very snowy and she's found a child outside in the snow and is like, okay. Then we also have another unknown narrator point of view, which is very helpfully in italics, so I can differentiate. We have no idea who they are, but we do know that the mum has a daughter and has had problems with pregnancy and is in a really toxic relationship. And then we have a third point of view, okay, which is set 25 years ago of a couple of girls having a sleepover and there being another pretty much domestic abuse situation. So a lot has happened. I'm only 100 pages in and we have learned a lot of all of these points of view. I do think this is more on the fast-paced side because although nothing like super dramatic has happened yet, I know a lot about these characters in so few pages. Like, I did have high expectations for this book because of how many people love it, but so far I'm really enjoying it. You know when I was like, there's more points of view than I expected, and I'm kind of like, what's going on? It literally just clicked. I love that feeling. So I'm 40% of the way through, quite a lot's happened already, and I am really liking this book. I completely get why this is a top winter pick. It's definitely got all the cold vibes, and so far I'm really enjoying the writing. I think when you're reading from a brand new author, you literally have no bar of expectation. Like, you don't know what you don't know. But yeah, so far so good. So I've just been listening to the audio whilst eating dinner, and I don't know if one of the voices has given something away between the points of view. I'll be so gutted if it has. So I finished The Overnight Guest last night. I really did race through the last like 100 pages of this. And this is absolutely going to be on the list of winter thriller books that I recommend going forward every single year. It was a great book. This was absolutely the perfect atmosphere, and there was a couple of plot twists that I just genuinely did not get. Maybe some of them, if you engaged your brain like to 100, you may have been able to get, but I mean, as thriller books go, I really love how there was multiple plot points through this book and not just points of view, like genuine their own story plots. The ending was also wonderful. This was super satisfying. I genuinely can't recommend this book enough. I'm gonna land on a 4.5. I don't think it's 5-star worthy, but it's a highly recommend from me. This book and the next one that I'm gonna read are both on Kindle Unlimited, so if that sways the jury for you in terms of what you might read over the festive season, then so hopefully ending strongly, we have a Christmas novella which I have been dying to read, and that is The Gift by Freida McFadden. This is a tiny little novella, but with anything like Freida McFadden's writing, you just know you're gonna fly through it. So I imagine I'm just gonna sit down and read this in one go. I would like to say. In this, we're following a woman who is pretty broke and can't afford to buy her new husband a Christmas present. So this very suspicious looking woman says, let me help you with that. That is literally all I know and all I want to know going into this, otherwise it will probably ruin the entire book. We've got some mixed media. Welcome back to my kitchen cupboard. I have something very exciting to show, and it is a package from Nespresso. Okay, just to clarify, this is not an ad. I wish, oh my god, how much I wish it was an ad, but it isn't. You never know, maybe one day. But I have been yapping on about Nespresso so much, they have sent me their Christmas pods to try. So it's gifted, technically. As I'm opening this, they have just been released like today. So this is like the very first try. How sweet. So the pods that we have this year for Christmas, we have a sweet almond and hibiscus full mug of coffee. You can turn these into a double espresso. I've been learning all the best hacks. And the other flavour, we have cinnamon and candied tamarind. That feels intense. That feels like a Christmas Eve drink. And then we also have the festive collection double espresso as well. I think I'm just gonna try one now. Give you my review straight away. So I'm gonna try the double espresso festive version. Thoughts to come. Okay, you're gonna get my live candid camera reaction, and I'm kind of scared. What if I don't like it? It tastes so nice, but it feels very similar to like a normal double espresso pod with like this hint of cinnamon or something. Approved. Oh, I don't know. This is just kind of. Okay, I don't know how she managed that, but she did pull off quite a good twist in 50 pages. There's something in the water. Okay, that was probably one of the most bizarre short stories I've read. If you like short stories, I think you will like this. Would I recommend reading it around Christmas? Sure. I kind of feel indifferent. I think there's only so much you can get from a novella that you just are never going to get in a full-length novel. So maybe go into it with that attitude. It was fun. It was silly. It was Frida McFadden-ness. Like, you know what you're going to get with this author at this point. I so wish this author would write a full-length Christmas thriller. I mean, how much would that actually hit though if she did? No one is doing it right now, Frida, if you're listening. So that is the end of our winter reading vlog, aka day 3 of Bookmas. I feel like we did so well in this vlog to have 2 really highly rated reads. So let's recap. But before we do, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. We're only on day 3 of Bookmas. It's going to get so much better. So I rated It's Not Her by Mary Kubica 4.5 stars. This comes out in February 2026 and I absolutely loved it. I don't think it's my favourite Mary Kubica of all time, but it's very close. It's definitely top 3 and it's 100% worth a read, if not a pre-order. I do say so myself. I absolutely loved both points of view in this story and I feel like having the slightly past timeline made us understand and connect with these characters so much more for what was actually playing out in present day. And then I also gave the overnight guest 4.5 stars. This was so good. Definitely want to lean more into the winter vibes. When I just posted my winter TBR, you guys were immediately like, read the overnight guest. Out of all the recommendations I gave, you guys were all over that. So I'm so glad that I listened and picked it up and loved it. This book definitely had one of those full circle satisfying moment endings. So if that is what's going to leave you on a high after you finish, I would definitely recommend this. And then as you guys saw, I just finished The Gift by Frida McFadden. This was a very easy to read, super short Christmas novella that could be a little Christmas Eve something. I feel like giving this a star rating is probably harsh because it's not a fully fleshed out novel, so it will not compare in any way, but you guys saw what I thought. As always, thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you for day 4.